Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. What I'm about to tell you is pretty wild and could signal a significant shift in the AFC North landscape. Rumors have been swirling, and sources close to the league are hinting at a blockbuster trade involving Amon-Ra St. Brown from the Detroit Lions heading to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't just some speculative chatter. It's gaining serious traction, and if it happens, it could redefine the Steelers' offensive capabilities for the foreseeable future. The Lions, currently sitting at 8-5 with one of the best defenses in the league, have apparently decided to make a strategic move. They're looking to free up cap space, about $22 million, to push for extensions and bolster their roster in other areas, especially along the offensive line. In doing so, they're reportedly willing to part ways with their star slot receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, in exchange for draft picks and cap relief. St. Brown at 26 has been nothing short of spectacular this season. With 81 receptions for nearly 10 yards, specifically 976 yards, and an average of 12 yards per catch, he's proven to be a true mismatch nightmare. His ability to operate in the slot and create separation has made him a favorite target for Jared Goff, and he's been a reliable chain mover, accounting for 75. 1 yards per game and 9 touchdowns. Not only that, but his route running is top-notch, with a catch percentage of over 69%, comparable to some of the best in the league like Cooper Kupp. His yards after catch, YAC, are impressive as well, over 8. 45 yards per reception, and he's brought a high level of consistency, with 0 injuries so far in 2025. His EPA per target sits at an elite 0.91, and he elevates the offense by roughly 15% in expected points added per target, making him a true game-changer. From the Steelers' perspective, acquiring St. Brown makes a ton of sense. Pittsburgh's offense has been good but needs that extra spark, especially in the slot, and St. Brown provides just that. His versatility aligns perfectly with what Pittsburgh has been building on offense, especially considering the potential to create mismatches with George Pickens, who often stretches defenses deep and can work underneath as well. Adding a player like St. Brown, who can operate in the middle of the field and consistently win against nickel and dime defenses, would elevate Pittsburgh's offensive profile to new heights. Imagine the possibilities. Ben Roethlisberger in his prime had a receiver like that, and now, with a young, talented quarterback, the Steelers could really take a leap forward. Let's talk about the bigger picture here. The Lions, in a partial rebuild, are trying to maximize their roster flexibility, and shipping out St. Brown would help them clear cap space and acquire draft capital, potentially additional picks in the upcoming draft. They're aiming to keep their core competitive, but this move signals a shift toward future planning. The Steelers, on the other hand, are looking to solidify their offense as they aim for a playoff push, possibly aiming for a record around 10-7 or even better, depending on how well their defense continues to perform. And speaking of defense, Pittsburgh's got a pretty solid unit this year, ranking among the top teams in pass defense and run stopping. But what's been missing is that explosive playmaker on offense who can turn a routine play into a big gain. St. Brown, with his ability to gain over 400 yards after the catch this season, can do exactly that. He's the type of receiver who can break open a game in the blink of an eye, especially in critical third-down situations where his route running and YAC ability shine. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now let's get into the specifics of what this trade could look like and how it might impact the Steelers' overall strategy moving forward. The Lions are reportedly asking for draft picks and cap relief, which the Steelers could provide by offering a couple of mid-round picks, maybe a third-rounder and a future fourth, and some cap space, roughly $3.5 million, to make the numbers work. This move would give Pittsburgh a true difference-maker at receiver, a guy who can elevate their offensive efficiency significantly. St. Brown's recent metrics show that he can elevate the EPA per target by over 15%, which is huge for a team looking to punch through the playoff bubble and make a deep run. The impact on the Steelers' offense would be immediate. Adding St. Brown would mean more consistent receptions, especially in critical situations, and would help take pressure off George Pickens, allowing defenses to not just bracket him deep, but also have to account for the slot threat. It's a smart move that could push the Steelers' points per game closer to 26, a significant boost from where they are now, and considering how well St. Brown plays in high-pressure situations, his route efficiency and ability to win against tight coverage. He's exactly the type of player who can be a difference-maker in January and beyond. Looking at the postseason odds, the Steelers could see an increase in their chances of making a deep playoff run. Currently, they sit around plus 8,000 in Super Bowl odds, but acquiring a player like St. Brown could boost those odds to around plus 4,000, especially with the added offensive firepower. His presence as a slot receiver would increase the Steelers' win probability in close games, especially in the playoffs where every yard counts. Plus, his chemistry with a young quarterback, possibly Kenny Pickett if he continues to develop, could be a game-changer, providing those clutch catches that win games late. Now, folks, I know some of you might be skeptical. After all, trading draft capital for a receiver is a bold move. But this isn't just about adding a talented receiver. It's about transforming the entire offensive outlook. The Steelers have always been a team that builds with a vision, and this move would be a clear signal that they're serious about competing now, not just in the future. It's reminiscent of some of the legendary offensive boosts we've seen in Steelers history. Think of the times when adding a key weapon turned a good team into a championship contender. And let's not forget the overall division implications. If Pittsburgh lands St. Brown, their offensive power could make them a favorite to win the AFC North, especially if Cincinnati or Baltimore struggle with injuries or inconsistency. The AFC North has been fiercely competitive this year, but adding a weapon like St. Brown could give the Steelers an edge over their divisional rivals, who are already battling for playoff positioning. It's a move that could set the tone not just for the remainder of this season, but for years to come, establishing Pittsburgh as a team that's not just solid on defense, but also explosive on offense. In the end, what we're looking at here is a potential turning point for the Steelers' offense, an opportunity to take the next step and become a true contender. Whether or not this trade materializes, it's exciting to see the team exploring options to improve and stay aggressive. With the right additions, Pittsburgh could very well be on the verge of a resurgence, making noise in the postseason and beyond. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Steelers news. Whether it's rumors, injury reports, or game analysis, I've got you covered. Let's keep this passion alive and continue supporting our team through thick and thin. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come for our beloved Steelers.